Hey friends, it's Patty with Get Personal with Patty, and here I am just giving you a weekly check-in using the Live Rich Planner from the Budget Mom. I use this as my overall financial picture to combine both my box set and the Budget by Paycheck workbook all under one cover. When we spend money, the income that would come in, and I do it weekly so that it's easy to see what we're spending and keep better track for the month. Okay, so here is my October. I'll just show you really quickly. So here's my October calendar. So what I do here is I start off with the paycheck day that we receive our cash. I get paid weekly from one job, bi-weekly from a second job, and then my husband also gets paid bi-weekly as well. So we have some different inflow income sources coming in on a monthly basis. So here's Friday. So we budget from Friday to Thursday. So when I set up my calendar, I did this a couple months ago, and then September went back to like regular, but then in October and now going forward, I'm going to do it like this. It's just easier to see exactly what we spend, going from left to right, which is actually better to read as well. Just a little tidbit right there. So this was last Friday, so we budgeted from October 1st to yesterday, October 7th, and what we spent. So you can kind of see it here, but I'll show you on the other page as well. We spent $72 on Max. Walgreens, our orange is our household, $31.08 here. Walmart on Sunday for $34.03. Amazon Music is $3.99. And then I also put, yesterday we had our house cleaned for $100. And then yellow is dining out. And then I put a C or a D near it, meaning cash or debit. So last week we did $82 on dinner. That really very rarely happens in a month. We went out with friends, so that was an okay expense. On Sunday we had $20 for breakfast, which we do every Sunday, so you'll see that reoccurring. And $20 we did a donation to get some Japanese noodles, so that was cash. That was $20. And then on Tuesday, both of us had lunch free, my husband and I, so we went to lunch, and that was $3.84. And then last night was just a bad, frustrating night with Grace, so we ended up getting pizza for $32.94. Now, the good thing is today we would have ordered out, but we're both doing, dinner on your own. OYO. On your own. He's going out with a friend. He'll use his personal debit card, and I'm going with the girls to a house little gathering, so I'll just bring some cheese and crackers, and we won't be spending money there. So really, household. Then we did some groceries this week. We debited because I didn't have my wallet with me. That was on Monday. So that was $14. And then I went to Aldi's for some things Wednesday. So that was $20.75. And then we had a couple of gifts for a sitter, a $25 gift, plus flowers, which was $12. So that's kind of our week's spending, which really isn't that bad. So then this week we'll go from the 8th. We did get paid, or we got some inflow money in a paycheck, which is very little. Another paycheck, and then my husband will get paid actually tomorrow. Our biggest expense this week is we have a landscaping project being done today, and it's going to be anywhere from $2,300 to $2,500. So we do have the money for that. Some of my inflow from today I'm depositing $700 into the joint account to help pay for that. So we do have that, but then, the rest of the month is going to be a little tight because we knew that was coming up. I knew where that money was coming from to pay for it. And that just means, the rest of the month, there's not that much money inflow. So we just got to watch our budget and really stick to, especially groceries and eating out, where I think we tend to go off the railing a little bit. So we are going to have to watch that. And then Monday's a holiday, but that's where most of our stuff comes out. Our mortgage, our car insurance is paid. And you know what? I hope there are some no-spend stickers on this week. All right, so then what I do is I do an overall picture of our budget on this page using an Excel. I do what's projected, what income we actually received, and then these are my envelopes, sinking funds, fixed expenses for the month, and we try to stick to that. So groceries, we have $300. Dine out, we have $300. Extra childcare, we have $250. Specialty grocery, we have $200. And I'm going to include specialty groceries. BJ's is included in that. Household, $200. House cleaner, $200. Amazon Music is obviously a flat $3.99. Gas for the cars, and then P personal and G personal is $150. That's I put $150 really to include any cash that we take out weekly for ourselves, as well as using our debit. My debit, his, I don't know what he uses on his debit card, and I don't really care to know, because that's one extra thing I don't have to worry about. Okay, so over here on this page, we do a daily spending for eating out, so we can keep just a little better track of it. So I have to put in yesterday's pizza, which was $32.94. Kind of expensive for pizza, huh? And that was with 20% off. So it was a bacon ranch from Papagino's and chicken wings. But geez, $32.94. Oh boy. Well, I think the pizza came to $22, then tax, and then delivery, and you know how that goes. Just adds up, people. It just adds up, as we know. That's why we keep track of it, so we know it's $300 for the month, and that's it. That's all we're giving ourselves. I'm giving ourselves $300 because we can stick to it. And then here's just a couple of savings goals that I'm doing for the month, and I just put that there. So, okay, then I flip over to the next page. And this is, again, I do this, meal prepping and recipes I write down that I watch. I do this for the week. So we didn't eat the pasta recipe that I wanted to make that was new this week, so I'm going to do that on Saturday. So, but again, I just do it from 10:1 to 10:7, from Friday to Thursday. Just consistent. Okay, and I just do meal ideas here, and then a small shopping list. So we're going to try not to go grocery shopping this week. We usually shop on Saturday morning, and we're going to try to, use what we have in our pantry and our freezer. We're trying to save money on groceries, and we do have, recipes and a plan to where we want to eat and eat from our food, from our own pantry and freezer. Then on this page, I just put one of these 7x9 papers, and then it's also here but flipped over so I can use the back white, and I kind of just put some small goals that I want to do for the week. Start New York sinking fund, resume the $20 a week for 5 envelopes, but I think it's 3 envelopes, so it's $15. Dine out, $300 a month. I'm going to remind myself of that every week. No debit, which, okay, I did do debit for eating out twice this week. No spend Wednesday. Well, that didn't happen. I think Wednesday, we only had one thing, Aldi's, the groceries, but okay. And then no spend at least 2 times a week. And that didn't happen the first week because you can see there's no spend stickers. When we don't spend on a certain day, I do put no spend stickers. So that'll be a goal for next week. So then in overview, I write down just a couple of overviews so that I'm doing this now so that when I go from week to week, I can just easily go back here and say, nope, it's week 3, we can't go out to eat because look, we've spent $250 already. So from 10:1 to 10:7, the week overview, we debited groceries twice, so it was additional $34.63. Our total for the month so far is $105.63. Our budget is $300. An unexpected spend was $90.11, which was gifts. We did some flowers for 2 friends and a birthday gift. And then dine out debit, we did it twice, $33.83 and $32.94. That added to the month total of $188.77. Okay, so just so you see what's going on. This is a real budget, real numbers. The weekly check-in, 10-1 to 10-7, kind of always tweaking what this looks like. So now this is really my account, the things fixed or stuff that comes out of my account, and this is out of the joint. I'm really trying to keep the joint to only fixed items, fixed bills, household bills. So we budgeted $75 for our pet because he had to go to the vet, I think, and we spent $72. Amazon Music is a fixed, so that was $3.99. And then we did do one of the gifts. My husband picked up the gift card for me, so he did it to the joint, which is fine, was $25. So, and then you can see there's nothing else done in the joint account because, again, I just want to use that for household expenses. So then my account took Netflix for $8.99. We did not go to BJ's, but we will go this weekend. Walmart was $34.03. The groceries that we did debit out was the $13.88 and then $20.75 at Aldi's. Flowers for our sitter and a friend was $5.65. And then I got Gary some clothes that he needed, so that was $196. And I think that's about it. This is our income and our cushion that came in last week. And the joint was just really a cushion and a rollover. Because, again, nothing goes into the joint except for, like, every 2 weeks, which this week it will. So I have another Capital One account, and I did receive some money as a payout. So that was $9.96, and I just wanted to keep track of exactly where that money was spent. So $250 went into savings, $250 went into the emergency fund, $80 went to the Christmas fund, which was my Christmas fund is done. It was a total of $500. So we took some cash out for envelopes, but we also had Gary and I took $50 each. I bought some clothes, so that was $171.25, and then the Papa Gino's last night was taken out of that account. So then cash envelopes for the week, just to check in here. Again, we're doing last week, 10-1 through 10-7. We budgeted $80 in groceries. We spent $70. We have a rollover of $10 going into this weekend. Dine out, we budgeted $150 and $82, like $120. So we have a little bit more than that, but we have $8 rolled over until this week. Extra childcare, we budgeted $50. There's no rollover, and then personal. I kind of try to keep track what I spend personally, but sometimes I can't. So there's obviously no rollover on personal money. And then the sinking funds that we deposited for the last week, the 4 sinking at $20, $5 a piece. Monthly girls dinner, I put $10 in. The pet envelope, I put $20. And then I started the New York sinking fund at $50. So that's my overall weekly check-in. Not really that bad. Really keeping track of that groceries and the dine out debit. So already here, I've already, began the week 10-8 to 10-14. And our big thing is the landscaping, which will get done today. But I also put down groceries, dine out. That's really where we want to watch. Okay. And so just really quick what we've looked at for budgeting for this week. I was doing this last night. So again, my account has a $200 cushion. My rollover is $253. I got paid from one check for it was $170. Oops, $170 something, 67 maybe. That was the actual. I projected $161. My Rochester is where my part-time 25 hours a week. That's where my medical comes out of. So unfortunately, for 2 weeks at 25 hours a week, my net pay was only $169.68. So again, next week that won't be there because that only gets paid every 2 weeks. So that's when you're gonna see like a big difference in us maybe not doing as much sinking funds or variable expenses because we won't have that much inflow coming in. And then I do get an assistance on premium for Grace, so that was $625.19. And in a joint account, we have $200 rollover plus $374 rollover. $200 was cushion. So we do have fixed expenses, and then we have to put in Gary's business also deposits this week into our joint account, and that helps pay our mortgage, car insurance. We have a car payment coming out in the next week, and my new Jeep car payment. So this is our an idea of what our budget's going to be for the week. Groceries will be 40 plus that 10. I'm changing this. BJ's will be 100. Extra childcare is 100. Dine out is 40. We're budgeting 40 plus the $8. I've added 40. I changed this last night. $40 for fun holiday weekend because we are off on Monday. Although I might go to work for a couple hours, but so I just added 40 to an envelope if we want to do something fun. And then specialty grocery stores opening this weekend, so we have $100 budgeted for that. House cleaner, we budgeted 100. We did use 100, so I've already marked that off. And then me and my husband spend money. Not really sure. It might only be 25 this week because there's really not a lot of inflow left. So this is our sinking funds. So again, our landscaping is the big thing, and I just put down here where we're getting the money from. And then my other additional sinking funds, fall is my word for October. So that's where I'm putting $7 in the envelope today. October month is $100 for the month, so I'm going to put 25 already in. $5 a week on the envelope, so that's 15. LHJP is 10, and my New York trip I'm putting in 40. So really that's like this week. And when I use the budget by paycheck box set, which is right here, I can actually give you just a breakdown, a small breakdown of what this is really where I budgeted it, and then I transferred this into the here to keep track. I don't have this filled in yet, but yeah, I thought I did this last night. I don't know, maybe I skipped a week here. Yeah, I guess so. So that stinks. So instead of putting it here, I put it here, which, whatever. I guess I'll have to go back to this page. Bummer. Okay. So, or white everything out here. That's okay. White out tape. So 10.8, okay. So our cushion rollover was 200. Our checking account rollover was 273.19. One of my part-time job was 170, and then the other was 169.68. Again, this is the one that I get paid every 2 weeks. So this one, I'm glad I have that other job, to be honest. And then 625. So my cushion was 200. I'm putting $500 toward landscaping, not paying anything on Capital One, and I paid $25 of gas in my Jeep. So that totals $725, which leaves me with $713.84 left over. So carry that up here. Extra childcare, I'll put in 100. BJ's 100. Groceries and dine out 40. Fun holiday weekend 40. And that just might be a split of me and Gary at 20 each. You know, and that's it. And then that way, if we do anything over the weekend, we can use that personal money. House cleaner was 100. So this totals 420, which leaves 293.84. Again, this is the budget by paycheck method. This is the inflow, and then I budget the money that came in to these different things: bills, envelopes, and sinking funds. So sinking funds is also my challenges, my money challenges. I explained that. Fall is, so I'm putting $7 in the word of the month, 25 in the month, $15 into 3 sinking funds, and they're $5 each, $10 into the monthly girl eating out, and then my New York trip, I'm putting in 40. And then there's an automatic transfer to Allie for 20. So then you turn here, there's nothing going into extra debt or extra savings. Last night I did this up. I put down where we're spending the money, the total, $417. That's how much cash I have to take from the bank. And then what denominations breakdown I want. Okay? And that's really it. That's today's paycheck and our weekly check-in from last week and what we're doing going forward. So, I like to leave you with this last quote all the time, right? Be proud of what you've accomplished. The fact that you're picking up a budget book and you're keeping track of your expenses shows that you're being held, you're holding yourself accountable, and that's all. That's great, right? Okay. Bye, friends. Have a nice weekend.